Hi, everyone. Before I get started, I want to set this space, no matter how short or long it is with you, as you are the viewer here to listen, to watch. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful for everything that is taking place. So I want to express that. And I'm just making the call that this message reaches those that resonates with it who need to hear it. Calling all those who resonate with my energy and my work that I'm here to do, the messages that I am to communicate and deliver. That you find this video and that it helps you, that it resonates with you, and helps you find a space where you feel and know that you're welcome. Know that you are cared for and loved. A community. Okay, so, oh man, I don't even know where to start. Okay. I saw something earlier from my sister and girlfriend Belen, this priestess symbol. So it activated some memory in me and information, and I had to sit with myself and my guides and Wolfie, Wolfgang, to let it flow in, let it settle for me to process the information. And after I went through that, then I just felt very inspired to do this video, because this has been on my mind for a while, but I kept saying, you know what, I want to talk about it in my podcast. I don't really want to get into it in a YouTube video. I really want this as content for my podcast. And I have to be more willing to allow things and let it flow, because messages, if they're meant to be delivered, they need to be delivered. And regardless, this is content that's still very relevant for my podcast. So, and we can get into it way more in depth in the podcast. So, but I just wanted to briefly touch on women, the feminine aspect, the female incarnate. If you have incarnated physically as the woman and you have stepped into your power, you know that you are a twin flame code holder, you are a divine feminine code holder, and you have been going through a process which takes dedication. It takes authenticity, sincerity, and that desire to be on that path, this ascension, this path of ascension, of clearing, of healing, of coming back to your true nature and your divine self. You know how that goes, right? You know what you've been experiencing, what you've been clearing and purging out. And I know, if anything, some of you you are dedicated. I don't know a better word. You are brothers and sisters who hopefully have been resonating with what I have been communicating. And honestly, I would love to know you guys more. I really, really hope for you guys to speak more and comment more and interact with me. I don't really want to call you guys fans. I think that sounds so silly. Even viewers, it makes you guys seem so detached from the work we're doing, the movement, this divine blueprint that's been put in place, this mission that we have. So you know, I would much rather call you brothers and sisters in the light. I would much rather call you, I don't even know. You know what? You guys are beautiful souls and you're there and you're watching this video. So let's put it like that. You know, you beautiful souls, if you have been watching any or have watched any of my other videos or read any of my blog posts, just anything, any of the work that I've been doing, and you've been experiencing your purging and clearing and integration process and have found resonance in what I have been communicating, and if it's helped you or just helps confirm things for you, okay? So you know what's been going on and taking place on the planet and taking place within your life, within you, with you and your counterpart. It brings us all to the now, right? So what I would really like to talk about is that for those of you who are already with your counterpart, or maybe you're not. Maybe you're not. I don't know if that matters. It's just for me, I am with mine, and there was like a really big shift that took place within our relationship and our physical space. There came a point about a month ago, I want to say, maybe a month ago, maybe it might have been in January, but I really think it happened more so in February. This huge shift took place where I felt a lot of anger, and I spoke about it in my most recent video, my last video. And of course it was a lot of old stuff coming up, but also like this righteous anger. And not just that, I didn't really talk about it in my last video, which is why I'm going to talk about it now. I started to feel this anger from the feminine point of view, from the feminine aspect, because I was tired of trying to fulfill masculine roles, and I was desperately desiring to be feminine. As weird as that sounds, because I am a woman already, right? But maybe those of you who are also going through it or went through it, there just was this feeling of needing to further correct and balance and harmonize the masculine and feminine energies within the relationship, to truly step into our roles as we have the incarnated form we have, and embody and hold those roles. So, and the thing is, my frustration wasn't like exactly just necessarily all about the frustration I had towards my partner. It actually was just like a buildup of memories and experiences that I've had in the past, whether it was with another guy or just by myself, of where I was doing it all, where I was the masculine force and I was the feminine force, where I was the go-getter, I was the one doing the action, but I was also the nurturer, I was also the creator, I was also the creative one, the loving and gentle one. I was doing it all. And sometimes even in the relationship, I had experiences where I was with these guys who just would not completely fulfill their role within the relationship. And so at times I was doing so much, and it's overwhelming, first of all, right? If you're doing everything. But on top of that, it's honestly just about understanding the feminine, the divine feminine and the feminine qualities, and understanding masculinity and its qualities, what these energies are made for and what they're best at. And I had, not just he and I had reached this point where we honestly were just desperately desiring to fulfill the very roles we are meant to fulfill. So I don't want to make it, I want to talk as plainly as possible, right? So let me just give you a little bit of background information. Like ever since I was young, because of the environment I was in and watching the dysfunctional marriage that my parents had, there were certain, of course, I was seeing all these beliefs, these distorted beliefs and programming around me, right? Okay. Growing up in this 3D old paradigm, patriarchal reality, not just within the home, within school, within the church, the religious institutions, stuff like that. Aside from that, I saw how my mother was a homemaker, but I was seeing her as a homemaker, but also seeing the dysfunction in their relationship, and just all that came with that. I just automatically associated marriage and this dysfunction and being at home, being the homemaker and the nurturer, as like all together, and saying, I don't want none of that. I am going to be an independent woman. I don't think I'll ever get married. I'm going to travel the world. I'm going to do what I want to do. I'm going to be free. I will not have a controlling man telling me what to do. I'll be damned if I allow any man to control me. I really was rebellious about that. Like, I already had a deep understanding of the patriarchal hold within society and on the planet. And I was strongly against it. But so I just grew up saying, you know what, I'm going to be achieving my goals. I am going to be independent. I can do it all. I don't need a man to take care of me. And I mean, going off to college further supported this, because in college, look at Wolfie Pooh. Wolfie, come here, baby. Come here. No? He's like, I got a toy. I don't know, Mom. Come here. Oh, is that for me? Say hello. Come here. Going to university further supports patriarchal programming and living in a very masculine dominated energy. It does not, sometimes it kind of allows for you to tap into your femininity, but a lot of it is so masculine. And I noticed that. Looking back, I realized that I lost touch with my femininity when I went into college. There's just so many masculine oriented things that you have to do in order to stay alive in college. Like, you are constantly busting your butt, especially someone who does not come from a wealthy family. Like, if you have to work and study, like, you are just constantly on the go, and you are using your masculine brain to really get through everything. So this time in university just further supported this mindset and these beliefs about being independent and that I can do everything. I can do everything a man can do, and I can do everything a woman can do. And, but then after college, then a lot of stuff happened, and I surrendered to my path, my spiritual path, and my femininity began to return. And I will save a lot of this story, back-end story, for the podcast. So I just wanted to briefly touch on how I was even more masculine oriented in college. So let's fast forward to the part where I started going through activations in 2015, began to receive the goddess codes, or actually just they began activating within me, went through like this beautiful time in 2015, in which a lot of creation came forth through me. And I realize now it was an initiation, and I'll get into that more. But my femininity was fully returning. The goddess within me was rising. And now that I've been reunited with my partner, and, having to go through the purging and cleansing and clearing out and coming back into harmony, it was like womp, 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 womp. And slowly, oh, here we go. There's balance. Here we go. Right? So everything's coming into balance. And then we realized we both started to get frustrated. And it just came to a point where I said, that's it. Like, I can I just be the woman? And I know it sounded so funny. And every time I was saying it to him, I don't know if he fully understood it sometimes. And I just kept going, let me be the woman. And then we had to have a talk. And I realized that I was so done with trying to uphold certain things that I did in my past, as in like being the one out, putting into action, using force. Masculine energy is force. It's giving, okay? It's outward. Or like, for example, being the breadwinner. Doesn't mean I don't work, okay? But I guess I still had it in my mind that I had to do a lot of the work. I need to make sure I keep finances in check, and this and this and this, okay? And I got to the point I said, that's it, baby, take it. Just take it. You know what? Can I hand over finances to you? Can I let you handle money? Oh my God, you handle it. It's stressful. You know what? I want to create. I just want to be a woman. And he's like, baby, that is totally okay. Okay, that's fine. And so we slowly started to transition. And it's so funny because as I'm observing myself, I'm like, this is so hilarious, because the 10-year-old Trina would be looking at me and going, what the fuck are you doing? But I realized that, and I'm just coming into and embodying fully the feminine energy, which is, feminine energy is nurturing. It is the comforter. It is the gentle creator, the one who wants to create and make things beautiful. And so as we transitioned, I'm more home. I'm home more, and I take care of Wolfie. I nurture him. I guard him and take care of him, and I take care of our space. And even within the space, I'm creating and making things beautiful, and working on my stuff instead of having to focus on things that are not even in alignment with my divine purpose, with my divine mission. I still work from home. I do have a job that's not in alignment with my work, but that's slowly phasing out. But I get to be home and in my space and work on projects and things that are, sorry, I got like something's itchy on my back, in alignment with my purpose, my divine mission. And so that's why I'm now starting to make videos more again. This feels good. It feels right. And And my podcast, I've mentioned it so many times in videos, and I have never really gotten into it. And I keep mentioning it because I want you guys to know about it, and I want you guys to get excited about it, and I want you guys to be involved in it, and I want you to be there, because this is big. It's big for me. And I think it's going to be important for everyone, for those that it resonates with. And so I'm here now in our space, able to focus on that, using my feminine energy, stepping into and fulfilling the feminine roles. I am a woman. I am incarnated as a woman. I don't want to be a man. And just because I'm a woman and there are men, it doesn't mean we're not equal. You know, we should be treated equally. That does not mean we have to try to be the other. Women, we have a beautiful, beautiful energy, a beautiful power, a beautiful, beautiful, sacred power. Our sexual energy is so powerful. We are beautiful creators. We are beautiful, strong goddesses. And our power can create anything. And our feminine energy, when you embody it and channel it, you have a way of comforting. You have a way of being gentle, of being caring, of being loving. You hold that very same energy that you feel when you go into nature and you lay on the grass and you just kiss Mother Earth, when you hug a tree, when you feel the beauty and love from plants, this beautiful, comforting, gentle energy. That's you. Women, we are so gentle, yet we are so strong. And men, why would we want to be like a man? They are created to do certain things that they're better at than we are. And that's okay. And that's the whole point, that they have these skills, these amazing, badass, beautiful skills that complement our beautiful, badass skills. And we balance one another. We bring it into balance. We harmonize. Now that I stepped more into fully owning the femininity and being home and nurturing it and nurturing my family, nurturing our space and creating, it's even empowering him more to step into his masculinity and to be and like embody that amazing masculine energy. And it's an amazing thing to behold, to observe, as we truly step into our roles, owning it, being grateful for it. Look, as I'm talking about him, I hear him text me. Being and embodying it and being proud of it. And fine, I'll just let it, like I've talked about, like the podcast, it is about this. It's about balancing the masculine and the feminine, and how it became imbalanced, and how, because of us humans on the planet became imbalanced, now the planet has been imbalanced. But as you can see, the ascension process going on, everything going on the planet. Do you not see all this cleansing taking place, purging, all this, the ascension happening within the human race, the collective? What's happening? And it's also happening on the planet. It's just all happening together. We are coming back into balance. We have to stop trying to be something we're not, we have to clear away all these distortions, all the distorted programming, the dysfunctional programming, the patriarchal mindset and programming. It's of the old and the old paradigm. The new earth is here, it's now. And it is about balance, divine union of the masculine and feminine, of harmony. And as we come into harmony within ourselves, within our sacred partnership with our counterpart, we are aiding the planet and the collective with their harmonization. So own it. Step into your power. Step into your role. I guess that's my cue to get off. So thank you. Thank you for listening. Thank you for receiving. Wolfie, come here, baby. Thank you for receiving this message. Thank you for listening. Thank you for being here. And as much as I babbled in the beginning, I knew what I had to say, and hopefully regardless, you still stayed. If you're meant to hear it, you stayed and you got whatever you needed to hear. And whatever resonates with you, take that. And what doesn't resonate, that's okay. But I'm so glad that you were here. And I am serious. I really do want to start seeing some more interaction. You know, I'm a real person. And I'm here. The whole point of me doing this is to help you, is to help humanity. This is what I'm here to do. And I want to do it. And I want to interact with you. I want to get to know. I want to know if things resonate. I want to know what's going on. And if I can help you, please leave a comment. Come over to my website. I do healing, pranic healing, sound healing. I can do a reading for you. I can do an overall holistic reading for you. If you want to know what these things are, please come over to my website and see how I can help you, because that's why I'm here. And I'm ready. I'm fully ready to step into that as well and do that, fulfill my purpose. So thank you for listening. And thank you for listening to Wolf Bark. Okay? Namaste. Mitakoe Oyasin. Aroha Nui. Be blessed.